What's up, my fellow trashers, and welcome to a kinda long video. I'm not trying to be making this extra long to where I can't upload like last upload, but we have a lot to talk about. So I put everything we're reviewing here. I'm gonna start out with Cybertron 1 first. I'm gonna move the accessories over here. So we have room for the man himself. That all of them. Just move these two. Make sure I have as much room as I can, because apparently this is the 4th largest Transformers action figure out here. At least officially, I think. I'm not sure about the third-party scene and what they're doing when it comes to size. Motorcycles. Let's see. Where should I start? Probably 5 or 6 months ago, maybe even 7 months. I'm not even gonna discredit past me, but I saw a review of Theo reviewing this guy. Not this guy, but a version of him. And I was like, alright, that's cool. I actually like the design a lot. And like, can you blame me? That looks cool. He's pretty cool. And after the course of a couple months, I start thinking, alright, he's really cool. I might get him someday. A couple months later, and I get a job and I get some money. I'm like, alright, I'm treating myself. Oh, knocked over my Rubik's Cubes. You can't see him, I don't think. Yeah. Anyway, so I got him. I've told this story before, but I'm definitely very happy with my choice, even though it was way too expensive. Like, as soon as I bought him, the day after, it took like a $20 drop in price. Like, I got it at like 170 and then went to 180 after, and then the next day, boom, 140. Of course, with my luck, the day after I order something that's really expensive, it gets a discount. But whatever. I ordered it, I paid for it. Sure, it was a bit too much, but hey, I was treating myself. And what a treat he is. Now let's get into the accessories first and leave this big guy to the end. Cause he's like the main event, but he's not like extra special. He's just kind of like a normal Transformer, just really big. That's how I explain it. Like, if you want like a normal Transformer, but you want something special going on about like size or like, you know, like story significance. But by the way, this comes from War for Cybertron, and it shows up at the end of Kingdom. So if you want to see him on the TV screen, let's hope you're not watching this in the future and Netflix has died, because that's where you gotta watch it. Speaking of, I actually watched it and I might do a review later, but all I can say is the best part of this whole series is that the Ark is in it. That's the best part of War for Cybertron as a TV show. The Ark, as a giant robot, that's the best part. Also, a disclaimer, I did not grow up with G1. I'm a early 2000s kid. I did not grow up with G1. I grew up with the Michael Bay movies, and I thought they were the best thing ever. So I do think I've grown out of that a bit, but that's my bread and butter. The Michael Bay movies, that's my bread and butter. I only started getting the G1 like 2 or 3 years ago, so this stuff is pretty new to me, even though I've known about it since my childhood. Anyway, let's get into Cybertron 1. I know, she has another name. Also, I like to think Cybertron 1 should be a girl. Like, it's only happened once, but still, I think Cybertron 1 should be a girl. So yeah, it's like mainframe or something? I don't know. It's Cybertron 1 to me. So here she is, Cybertron 1. There we go. So yeah, that's it. That's it for this form. It's just the display thing. Let's get into the transformation. I'm not gonna say what to do. You can look at other videos for that because I want to make sure this is fast. All right. Luckily, these transformations are pretty easy. So if you're scared of getting a bigger transformer and you're like, oh, it's gonna be too complex, I don't want to do it, get the Ark. The Ark is the perfect beginner like giant transformer. Excuse me if I sound congested. I don't know what's up with me. Like I said, the transformations are pretty easy, but that's often to the detriment of the actual figures themselves, because they're probably like too easy. Like there could have been an extra flap or a fold here and there, and it would have actually been for the better. All right. Ooh, it's hot today. It's spring already, huh? It's getting exciting. All right, almost done with Teletran 1, or mainframe, or whatever. It's Teletran 1, all right? The only reason they gave her this design is because it's some weird Transformers character from like the early 2000s, all right? And what was it, like an IDW comic? All right, whatever. It's Teletran 1 to me, and she is awesome. Like, yeah, she's kibble heavy, but I think that's not like the main point. The main point is that it's Teletran 1. So that's basically it for her. She has one more mode, but it's for this guy. So I'm gonna transform her into her other mode for this. So let's just all right. It's basically just like the transformation to the other mode, but instead of sprawling out, she becomes a big cube, basically. Wait a second. All right, I forgot for a second. I got this. I'm not a noob. I might not be able to solve these just yet, but I can solve Transformers easily. Speaking of which, I got a couple of Transformers. What was it? Over this past weekend, because I went to a local Comic-Con. So I got Earthrise Wheeljack and what was it? Core Class Soundwave. I got those two, so I'll do a double, maybe even a triple review with other figures with Soundwave. But Wheeljack, he's gonna get his own video because he's my favorite Transformers character. This is my favorite idea. Wheeljack's my favorite character. This is my favorite idea. Besides a few headcanons. Okay, I think I got it. Alright, it's hard to sort of remember things. Oh, there we go. It's kind of hard to remember things on the spot. Okay. Oh. Boop, boop, boop. Bop, boop, bop. Wait, hold on. These are supposed to go here. If I had the tools. By the way, I feel like now is a good time to mention, because I'm doing something right now. I have a Patreon. I know. I'm excited too. I'll have it in the description if you want to pledge a few dollars to... There's tiers I can do. The first one is you get your name in my video. I'll write it down on a piece of paper and I'll bring it out and I'll read it out to you guys at the end of the video. But if you really just want to help me out and just like make these videos better and like more pleasing to the general audience, then yeah, send a few dollars my way so I can get a better setup. I don't know why, but this does not want to plug in and I don't know why. It's like uneven. What is wrong? Like this one is fine, but why isn't this? What? this one is, oh. Alright, I see, okay. I was like, what was wrong? I had her arm things extended rather than being closed. Anyway, alright, then you just gotta swivel this. You swivel here, a little jobby, ha ha ha. And I really hope he isn't racist, because he's one of my favorite YouTubers. Alright, here's the last form for Teletran 1. And luckily, the Ark only has one, so, I mean, technically it has a second one, but it's more of like an extra part of a sort of diorama. And speaking of a diorama, you have the control center with Vector Sigma on there. They're removable. I'm not sure what their pronouns are. Vector Sigma is removable. Don't lose it. That's why I just take it off and I leave it in my accessory just stand over there. Storage bin thing. So yeah, for now, here it is. Actually, include for this diorama, you get a tiny Optimus Prime. There's my middle finger. Look at that. I don't trust myself to open this up. I don't trust myself at all. So this is staying in the bag forever, or at least half of forever, which I know doesn't make sense, but believe me, that's how little I trust myself. Half an eternity, which is just eternity, I guess. Anyway, so yeah, that's Teletran 1, basically. 3 modes. Alright. So let's get into the accessories besides Optimus. We have, what is it? 5 others. You have 2 that came with Teletran 1. You have a little satellite, the one that reformatted everyone after the crash in G1. That's basically it. The satellites move. I realized I forgot about Teletran's 1 accessory and size. She's around the same size as the Deluxe. So you can probably infer from there. She's just shorter than Optimus Prime, Earthrise Optimus. Which is, I didn't realize that she was going to be that big. Like, height-wise, but whatever. Also, her articulation is pretty basic. If you want, like, the specifics, go to Theo. Theo does a better job at me than this. Then you have the golden discs. You have the one that actually exists. Like, it's in space right now because humans want to make an everlasting impression on the universe while it's still here. And we're still here. So there's a bunch of math and, like, science shit in it. And this is, like, supposed to say... I'm pretty sure this is, like, to say, like, this is, like, a neutron or, like, whatever. You have... No, this is, like, the sign for a neutron or something like that. Then you got, what is it, like, numbers and the distance of whatever. And this is, like, the solar system, I think? I'm not sure. I haven't watched a video about it forever. I don't know. Okay, so that's the first one. This is the one that actually exists. This is out in space right now. It's based on it, I should say. And this is the fake one, I think. This is the fake one, because there's only one golden disc in real life. This is the one made for the show, and... Yep, definitely looks like a fake golden disc. They're pretty cool, but I don't think they're in scale. Because in the show, they're like half the size, and they can fit in the wrists of most Transformers. Or at least Megatrons. Are they like shrunk? I don't remember. Alright, and then you got the blast effects. I can gladly say now, because of these, I'm an official Transformers collector in the modern age. I have blast effects. For the while, I had like blast effects for like really tiny ones, like Legends or whatever. But finally got them. They're like big and like really blue for his like legs. His kicks of rockets or whatever. His rocket kicks. is thruster knees. So yeah, there's two of them. They can disassemble, so you can just do this or this. They're also soft. I thought they were gonna be harder, but they're kind of soft. So yeah. And there's like 3 other versions of these with 3 other Transformers, but whatever. And that's about it for the accessories in Teletran 1, and we're only at 15 minutes. That's good. And while we're talking about the video, like, comment, subscribe if you want more. We're going to get to the good stuff real soon. If you haven't already, I also recommend watching my unboxing video of this guy. And I was very excited, and I still am. Look at me. Look at him. Alright, I'm going to, like, stand up. Look at him. Alright. I'm 6'3" and 315 pounds. I'm a big guy, and this is huge. Like, I don't think anyone smaller than me could actually play with this without actually hurting themselves or getting worn out. I get worn out, and I guess it's me being a bit out of shape. But when am I not out of shape? Alright? Here he is in all his glory. He got light piping, so that's a plus. I think Teletran 1 has one, but I'm not sure. Here's the basic front. Very skeletal. Trying to get a thumbnail. I'm very excited. Okay, so you got his thruster knees that he'll kick you with, and it can burn off your face. His very basic toes. And you got the back with his little scrawny ass. And he has a backpack, but it's not really in the way. Let's see. No, you can peg it in, but it's not really mandatory. It's pretty stable in there. There's the back. Bop, boom, boom. And they actually added stuff so he's not like completely hollow in his rollout mode. That's pretty cool. So yeah. And here's where Teletran 1 comes in. So you can flip out his chest for a transformation. And I'm gonna remove Vector Sigma right there. And then this way, and you put her in there. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Storage for another accessory, but the chest has some trouble plugging in sometimes. Like, at first I didn't know that's how you plugged it in. You have to press here, even though there's tabs and like holes right here. I mean, it's not technically not they're not tabs, but whatever. You have to press here in order to tab it, but it doesn't. Now you hold. All right. Like, okay. Like, offhandedly, if you're just like playing with him, she'll often like untab the chest and fall out. Like, she really wanted to right there, but alright. Okay, I feel like we have to go into the posing of this guy. He has a swivel on his head. Kind of basic, but I think he should have at least had it like a down in his head. But whatever. Huh? Yeah, I'm recording. My mother. Tell her hi in the comments. Anyway, let's see. As you can tell, he's loud. There's so many ratchets in this guy. I don't think there's even a single one on here that isn't a ratchet besides his head. So he's pretty loud. So if you have some unruly roommates, I wouldn't recommend getting him, or at least not playing with him at night, because he can be Ooh. So yeah, you got a swivel here, you got outward here, and a bicep swivel. You got an elbow, and you got a wrist, and his hands can bend here, and his thumb can bend here. It's just a hinge, like up and down. That's kind of hard. And you got waist swivel. Oh, thigh swivel. You got. Be careful here. His hip joints are exposed a bit, so you have to be really careful. Like, grab the thigh and then just be careful. But since he's so big, the ratchet joint helps with the articulation. So, and you got the hinge joint and you got outward here. It's not as hard as a ratchet as everywhere else, so I think this could become a problem someday, but I'm not thinking about that. You got a hinge here, and the panel actually folds with the knee, so, and then you got a toe. It goes down in a pivot. I almost forgot about the pivot. It's not noticeable, but it's enough to where he can like stand there extra cool. So yeah, and that's all. That's the Ark. I almost said Ultra Magnus. Why did I think about Ultra Magnus? I don't even like his design for the most part. Anyway, that's articulation. So let's go into the transformation. Again, I'm not gonna go step by step, but it's easy. Like, it's as easy as a deluxe. So if you're scared about complex transformations and giant robots, be careful. Just get this guy. Again, he's cheap, well, for a giant robot, but I would recommend this guy 100% if you're looking for a giant transformer. Oh, almost forgot his hands. It's always when I record that I forget things. I'm trying to be as efficient as possible. Okay. Oh, almost forgot. There we go. Oh, that's not ready yet. Almost forgot. Okay, so the legs are next. Almost forgot the toes. Again, I keep forgetting. Alright, I'm gonna have to put you down for a sec. Alright, so now you swivel the hips around town. There we go. Now the arms go down. And I don't know why on mine, but my copy is like, it doesn't want to peg in all the way, so it has trouble like staying together. I'll show you when I complete the transformation. We're doing pretty good on time. I'll actually finish this before like 25 minutes. Hopefully. All right. And the last part. Gone. What? All right. All right, there we go. And here you go. The Ark and his original design. Look at that. Look at it. Look at that. Look how big he is. I mean, it's smaller than his robot mode, of course, but still. Look at that. Also that pink detail. You can actually see the like command station from in his chest, because that's his chest right there. You can actually see the command center. See it? Kinda. And, oh, almost forgot. You got the little mini-con little stand right there. And yeah, pretty cool. You have a few extra features here. You got see these gray parts right here and the one over there in the middle. Those are like flip out stands, so if you don't want him like flying and just like sitting there, you can flip those out and put him on a table. But I recommend displaying him in this robot mode. And then I feel like this is unnecessary. Like this. It doesn't even like plug, it doesn't like tab in or anything. Oh, Oh, it does tab in. I'm wrong. But still, it's a bit unnecessary. It's cool. It's unnecessary, you know? He didn't need this. Plus, in the robot mode, it just untabs. It just flops out. So that's sort of a downgrade by like half a point. So you do the math there and tell me what the score is. So yeah, that's the Ark. And I'm in love. This is my boy. So like I said, I recommend it 100% if you're looking for like, you want to step up your action figure game a bit and you don't want to spend a lot, or like you're scared of a complex transformation. This is your guy. This is your guy. I bet the size is a bit unwieldy because, like, again, 4th biggest, but still, I heavily recommend it if you have the money. So that's it. That's actually it. Like, comment, subscribe, and tell me what I should do next. Check out my Patreon in the description, and I'll see you guys next Friday. That was actually pretty fast.